This is the view from Springer Mountain. Glad to have made it this far. Let me pick you up and turn you around here. So, there's the plaque. And unfortunately the the logbook in the stone here is full. There's no free pages. So someone needs to put a new one in there, but I just put a sticker in the end. There we go. And then you can tell, so I'm at the start of the AT. 8.5 miles to go. So 11:37, and I'm back at the Black Mountain shelter. So I'm making really good time. Obviously most of that was downhill, so I was able to do a little better than going up. It's now 5 minutes after 12, and I've reached Nimblewheel Gap. So I believe I have another 5 miles to go to make it back. So we're doing good. And unfortunately, there's a climb up. It's 12:25, and I've made it back to the sign. Amacola Falls is 4.3 miles. I've gone 12.2 so far. You'll remember the sign from way up, so I've done 3.5 miles. It's 1:20 now. I've done about 14.5 miles. It's just beautiful in here. Look at the colors. And I saw a couple of mice, some squirrels. Obviously there's a lot of birds here. I don't know the different varieties, but if you the more you spend out here, the more you'll see, obviously. And I'm starting to look around. Oh, there's another bird over there. So, because I'm not huffing and puffing as much, and the trail's pretty good here. There's not too much trip hazard right where I'm at. So, but looks like I got this one up, and then I'm hoping mostly after that it's trending down, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Whatever the trail gives, the trail gives. We'll deal with it. Very happy with the average I've been keeping. The ups are definitely slowing me down. There's no doubt about that. But I've been pretty consistent, able to keep about 2 miles per hour. So that's a good pace for me. I'm really happy with that. Especially first time out. It's a long distance. Of course, I think I'm well rested. So that probably helps. But being that I'm trying out the knee and the ankle, and I gotta say, it feels good. It was starting to hurt around like mile 2 or 3, I'd say, and somehow around mile 4, just I don't know if it warmed up or stretched out or what, but it stopped hurting. It wasn't really pain. I wouldn't say hurting. It was just like a reminder it's there, a twinge. And since then, I've had no issues at all with it. It's felt pretty good. So I'm happy with that. Very happy. Psychologically, that's a good win. Mentally, knowing that it's good. Because I was definitely worried about it. Oh, I think I'm on my last downward, but I'm not sure. Hopefully it is. I did unfortunately have 2 more upward climb. It is now almost 2 o'clock. It's 10 minutes to 2, and I have gone about 15.5 miles. I just passed another group of about 4 hikers, mid-20s. So the trail is getting a lot of use. I guess it's later in the day, so I'm seeing more of the people that started at a later hour, more reasonable hour than when I started. So, but feeling pretty good. Like I said, the knee and the ankle held up good. I did roll the ankle once or twice, but I've I know I said this before, this is like the kiss of death to say, but I've been pretty fortunate. Usually I never really injure it. And even when I roll with it, and it doesn't seem to really hurt me, except obviously that once or twice when it does hurt you. But most of the time, I don't seem to have a problem with it. And these were no different. It rolled a little bit, and I was able to kind of go with it a little bit, but stop it and hold fast, and I didn't go down. So that was good. So here's a relaxing minute or so of burbling water. So that was a brief timeout for relaxation. It's funny, I just came this way a couple hours ago and I don't even recognize it. Just love that sound of the water in the river. And you're walking, just sounds great. This is where the trail from the inn rejoins the approach trail. So I'm very close. I believe it's 1 mile to the visitor center from here. For me, it's gonna be less because I stopped and parked at the top of the falls parking area. So after doing the bottom stretch, I guess there is a trail, I just wasn't aware of it, and I just took the preferred route. So I hiked it all the way to the stairs where the trail was closed, by the pool, and then I hiked back, drove up to the falls, and then did the remainder of the trail. So for the purists, they'll be able to say I did not complete the approach trail. But for me, I did the approach trail and I did the mileage, definitely for it. Hi, Mr. Squirrel. He's very happy. He has himself an acorn. Okay, I'm coming down these big steps here, got across the road, and you can see the trail continues across the road, no cars, we're safe. And it's 1.25 miles back to the visitor center. And this is the way, obviously, back to my car as well, the parking lot, to the top of the falls overlook. You can hear the falls in the distance. Hoping this gimbal has really helped smooth out the video. I think it looks better. Definitely more watchable. It's not quite so jerky, up and down, and a little bit smoother. So here I am at the start of the trail. I'm done. I'm gonna get in the car. Like I said, follow up. I'm gonna see if that hiker, that injured hiker, got picked up. I'm gonna try and check with the rangers to see if it's possible for them to go up there, or if it's possible for me to get up there to pick them up and take them back to their car, so they'll be taken care of. Looks like everything's open now because it's after hours, so the bathrooms and everything is open here, which is good, because I know COVID, a lot of stuff was shut down. So that's it for now. I'll do a recap later. So I finished my hike and I made it back to the cabin that my family is renting for the week up here. And I did 16.43 miles in about 7 hours and 45 minutes. It's a 2.1 mile average. That includes the downtime, obviously, that I stopped and took a break, especially the 30 minutes I spent on the top of Springer, taking some photos and really trying to help the other hikers up there to try to get a shuttle. That I did speak to that hiker through text, and they did manage to get a ride from the fire service road back down to their vehicle at Amicalola Falls. So that was good. Other than that, I had a great time. I did find out there is a trail there's a way you can do the trail, bypassing the approach trail and the broken section of stairs. You can join the stairs a little further up. It's around like 197 stairs you miss, but you still do the 400 and something. But I had already come down and I wasn't going to go back and do that. And it probably makes it a little bit longer, but you're able to complete the approach trail from the welcome center, the visitor center, I should say. Other than that, had a good time, felt really strong, especially toward the end of getting up to Springer, and when I started back down. Started losing a little steam on some of those ups and downs toward the end, especially the ups. Just probably because I didn't eat enough. I had very little. Happy. On a personal note, really meant a lot to me completing this hike. I actually almost didn't go after I like I said, I wimped out yesterday because of the weather, and I just wasn't feeling 100% still. My body was definitely not 100%. I think I could have done it, but I think it would have been a bad day. And I was feeling a little, I would say, dizzy and nauseous. So, the sun's coming out now. So, because of that reason, I kind of delayed it. And today would have been the only day that I had the time available. I might have been able to squeeze it in. Had to relocate. The sun is just so strong out there. All of a sudden, the clouds, I guess, went away and the sun came out really strong. So it's just washing me out probably and blinding me. So anyway, the hike is done. Like I said, this was really important for me on a personal level and psychological level because of the injury with the ankle and the knee. And about mile marker 2 to 2.5 miles in, the knee started bothering me a little bit. But fortunately, I don't know what happened, but by like mile 3.5 to 4, it just stopped. It wasn't hurting. It was like twinge. It was like it's talking to me, I would say. It's reminding you it's there, and it's not happy. But as the hike went on, I felt like I got stronger. And especially the end, when I got to Springer, I felt great. I felt like I was in the zone. I was moving over rocks. I wasn't having problems with my footing. I was like in that zone, just back in there. I just feel like I was doing a really good job, of just getting the mileage done on the trail. And then coming down, obviously, off of Springer is good because it's downhill for a while. So the first mile or so, mile and a half, felt I was really doing well. And the knee felt good, even with the downward weight and coming down on it. After that, obviously some of the ups I felt a little slow, and I'm just out of shape. I'm probably carrying a little bit too much weight, and I'm out of shape. But it felt good, and I almost didn't go today as well. I know my family was urging me not to go because I haven't been good this week, and I haven't been eating, and but I felt like I had to push myself. And part of that is actually the channel. I feel like I need to do that. I have an obligation. I had made a video and said I was going to do it, and I felt like I need to keep that. So part of that pushed me as well, in addition to my own personal drive. Obviously, I want to do these activities for me, but I was worried, and I almost thought about canceling because of not feeling well. And it would have been easy to do. I mean, it was legitimate. have a valid reason, but I felt like I had to push myself. I wasn't feeling good yesterday, but I went to bed early, got a good night's sleep, and I felt that, you know, obviously the community as well as myself were driving me to do this, and I want to post the videos of what I do, and you know, I talk about it, so I think that was important. So like I said, we all help each other. You guys helped me a lot to force me to go, in essence, to get this done. And you know, just another example of when I'm up on the top of the mountain there, I ran into strangers. I don't know these people at all, but they're fellow hikers and they needed help. So we helped out as much as we could. I'm glad, on a personal level, I'm very glad that person got back to their car with their party, and that I didn't have to drop the fire trail, because after I was thinking, what have I done? I kind of just committed myself, or at least inferred that I would probably come up the mountain or try to help them. And I really don't even know if I would be able to get it up the mountain on that fire trail, because it could be pretty gnarly at points, or it might be impassable. I don't know. But you know what? I made the offer, and I was sincere. I'm very glad I didn't have to deliver on that. So, but I would have done it. I wouldn't have made the offer if I didn't need it. So anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to make another video out of this hike, but I'm going to go over my gear a little bit, because I want to make the point that you can go hiking with almost any gear to no gear in certain conditions. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you leaving comments or a thumbs up, you know, even negative comments, good, bad, otherwise. You know, all feedback is welcome. And once again, as always, thank you so much. Appreciate you coming back to watch the videos. If you feel like it, subscribe to the channel or leave a comment. Till we meet again. I forgot to say, as usual, there's trash on the trail. People, please clean up after yourself. If you're a hiker, you, more than anyone else, should be taking care of our outdoors. And not a big deal. I cleaned up some stuff. I saw someone throwing some orange peels on the trail, but this is a receipt for someone that bought something at Amicalola Falls. Found this on the trail, probably about 2 miles in. I'm assuming it dropped out of their pocket by accident, maybe. Could be. Somebody got Cascade Mountain trekking poles and dropped the manual on the trail. So they must have opened them up. Maybe they were carrying this in their pocket, I don't know, but just an example of stuff that's out there. So as usual, I try to always pick up some garbage. I probably could have picked up some more, but always try to pick up some garbage and leave the trail a little cleaner than I found it. Thanks again.